How's it going, everyone? It's David here, and from what you can tell behind me, I'm at Kennywood. Now, this is actually before the season, and I am here for the American Coaster Enthusiast CoasterBash. Normally, it is held at a banquet hall, but for this year only, it is being held here at Kennywood. Today, we're going to see a little bit of the park in the off-season as they're prepping it up for opening day. We're going to see some presentations, watch some videos, and even get exclusive ride time on the Jackrabbit. So today is going to be a really good day.
And because the bank in question is outside Pittsburgh city limit here, Pittsburgh. In other words, you're not in the country. Well, here's the problem. The house is still in the mortgage. The bank in question.
Clear.
They tell that in front of you?
All the buildings they've torn down.
Well, I think the leeches had it was the Cressino back in Cressino.
Other than the Blue Street Station.
I guess they
Simon Bennett, the depot quickly into your right down the ramp. Next to line, Jackrabbit and Idylwild. Welcome back, Orange Train. We hope you enjoyed the ride with the Jackrabbit. At this time, please unfasten your seatbelt, exit to your right down the ramp. Orange Train, you guys are clear for dispatch. Enjoy your ride on the Jackrabbit.
Here is the map, but as you can see, they have not updated it yet because the Kangaroo, the Paratrooper, Volcano, and Band Curve are still here. These are some of the characters from Garfield's Nightmare.
I know.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Bill!
Welcome to a very different and unusual version of CoasterBash, CoasterBash 32. How many of you here have seen online the Fred Weber documentary? Raise your hand if you've seen it. Well, that's good, not many, so it'll be the first time for a lot of you. This video was made quite some time ago, and one of our members, Garrett Sowers, saw it and dug into it, and he got a hold of Dwayne Reeder, who produced it and created the documentary, and he got the original, and Garrett had it digitally remastered. So this is the first time anybody has seen the digitally remastered version. It will be online eventually, but it's not online right now. So this is the first. So we're going to show the video, and then as soon as the video is over, Dwayne will be coming up here to talk about it here in person. Let's take a look at Kennywood legend Fred Weber documentary, and then after that, please welcome Dwayne Reeder. Here we go.
Years ago, when we first started here, the grit and grime and the steel mills used to be so bad. We used to sweep our tracks off in the morning, especially on our curves before we go oil and stuff. They run them out there, but here's just sounds like cornflakes when the cars went out there. It was crunch, 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 crunch. You got the first couple of runs done. Sometimes they would slow the trains down to a point that you didn't know if they were going to come back in or not.
Welcome, and thank you for just showing that here. It's been a long time that thing was sitting on a shelf, actually in the filing cabinet, when Garrett called me one day and said, "Hey, did you shoot this documentary, Fred Weber?" And I was like, "Wow, yeah, I did back in the 90s. I hadn't watched it myself in 15 years or so, but we kind of lit a little fire underneath me to dig out some of the original footage, and he was able to take it and put something together." She goes, "All right, come out Monday morning at 8, maybe 7:30. And I said, "Okay, can you give me directions?" She's like, "Wait a minute. Why would you ask directions?" I'm like, "I've never been to Kennywood. I don't." And she goes, "This now just got even crazier." And so when I show up here that morning, Fred's working on one of the rides. He's down underneath the pit, and he's literally, there's 10 guys helping him, but most of them were standing around. Fred's got his hands on the grease, and he's greasing the bottom of the ride. And I almost think it was a bit of a setup. Mary Lou goes, "Hey, Fred, Dwayne's out here to meet you." And he comes climbing up this little ladder, and he kind of does a little of this, and he puts that big greasy hand. And if anybody knows Fred, he's got hands like a bear, or had hands. And make them cry, get the family to cry during the documentary. And he cried, and they cried. Kennywood sent Fred Weber, shyest, quietest guy you've ever meet, in a limousine. They pulled up, we weren't thinking he was coming. We were standing out there, and it was kind of game time, and there was no Fred, and I was kind of depressed, and we went outside, and we looked around, and here comes this limousine down the street. Fred gets out, everybody starts clapping, and Fred's like, it was an unbelievable night. So I'm so glad that I got I was allowed to do the documentary, and I got to meet Fred, and I spent 29 days with him. It took a day for us to, the sound for the whole thing, the music was written literally in 24 hours the day before we showed it. So please just watch it again if you got 14 minutes or whatever, however long it is. It's really cool. Fred deserves it. Share it with some friends. That's about all I can say about that.
And here's Rick Knoebels.
How's everybody doing? Last year was the first time I got to go to CoasterBash ever, and I had such a fantastic time. It was a wonderful thing, and I promised that I'd be back, and so here I am. And that's our new logo. We turned 95 this year. So what we're doing for our 95th anniversary is we got a new logo. And that's about it. Wisdom tornado. Team from Germany last Saturday to commission going to the two trains. We got new trains from Art Engineering in Germany. Even though it's, the ride was only from 2015, we had some difficulties with the original trains that came from Zero. And it took a little bit of engineering to come up with it, but we got the trains that we're going to be happy with. This plane turns operational. Next slide. Yes. There's Mike Boodley. That was taken April 19th, 2021. So just not long ago. It is operational, but as I said before, we need staffing to do it. When will Tornado open? I'd say Memorial Day or so. But yeah, there's the platform. That's a very recent picture. So it's about 3/4 of the way there. Oh, what happened to the flyer? Oh, there. At the last day of the year that we were open last year, which was November 1st, we found a crack in the center post. Not quite together yet, but it'll be sometime around Memorial Day or thereabouts. Still coming down to Knoebels.
As always, the CoasterBash tradition, the next presenter after dinner, just an hour earlier this year, is Kennywood. And here from Kennywood is Nick Paradise. Hey everybody. Yeah, you really can't see from up here.
Okay, so here we are at our first stop outside the old mill. It's Kennywood's oldest operating attraction that opened in 1901, and it's one of several spots But it's changed a little bit and forced you to provide some updates to Kennywood behind the screen since you published that. Oh, it's been 5 years already, hasn't it?
Right, so a lot has changed, and we'll see some of the changes and some of the things that have endured. So, for example, here's the trough that riders ride in. This part's uphill because it's like the lift hill that brings the boats to the top before they launch.
And after you get through this topmost part to the high point, it will, just like a roller coaster, everything is downhill from there, and gravity carries you on through. And everything is actually powered by a little bit of old-fashioned technology. You can see here the gears. This is connected to the water wheel that's out front. And that water wheel is not a prop, it's not for show. That actually powers the ride. Some good old-fashioned 1901 technology. Still at work here 120 years.
So what's coming, what's new this summer? The biggest thing, you guys saw the signs as you came in, a lot of signs that came in, we're certainly really excited about it, is the Bites and Pints Food and Drink Festival coming up during the month of June. So it's every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in June. We are doing special chef tastings of 7 different, you saw some of the stations as you walk around here today. Those are actually permanently installed, so even when we have other events throughout the course of summer, we'll have a little more classier and permanent little canopy facilities to put them under rather than like the 10 by 10 pub tents people used to bring in. Which I think it just added, air of welcoming and just more fitting. So that's nice. So other new things coming is food options. This was kind of broken a couple of nights ago by the restaurant themselves. So this is the dipper stand. I know it had kept the old-fashioned blue and pink dipper neon, even as the stand was black and gold the last few years, and it didn't fit really well. So now I feel like it fits a lot better with Millie's, and that is something we're excited about. Phantom's Revenge, and of course Steel Phantom. This is a big round number year for them. Of course, unfortunately, given the challenges of the last year, we don't have any full court crazy celebrations planned. So maybe we'll have to look forward to 25 for that. But there were some things, starting with paint of the station. We're getting there. We're getting there. Trust me. It was even something. There was a point where we might have been talking about that if we hadn't gone through the pandemic and what we went through. But it's definitely it's on the list. Okay. And I left it here because you guys. Thank you, by the way. Some of us, the staff here, was worried you guys were going to try to just run wild all over the park and stuff like that. Chris and I said there's no chance that they will do that, but thank you all the same for not doing that. Now that I thank you, don't go and do that now. But because I figured there was certainly some level of curiosity, so I had Mark, my assistant, run down and take pictures of what these spots look like right now. There is. I'm sure you guys will ask me, Stephen, no matter how much I talk about it. But obviously it stinks. Nobody here was especially excited about it. But we'll see what happens. There's some things that are in discussion, some things that I have no idea. But we'll get through it. And I appreciate you guys. Hopefully those of you that said you're done will not actually be done with us and will give us a chance. And continue to do the best we can with what we have. Okay. Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate you coming out. Look forward to seeing you again this summer. All right. Hi, Kenny. Good to see you. You made it out of quarantine. The costume characters are the longest quarantines of anyone, right? So yeah, here we are, the Golden Kenny. I was gonna award it to myself for reading all those mean Facebook comments, but Bill said I couldn't. As the region's photographer, he has taken several memorable photos and videos of local and media events. Joel's work has been published many times in our regional Fun Times newsletter and our national roller coaster magazine. Kennywood will always be a special place for him because he chose to get married here. He invited his ace family to his wedding on the carousel during KennyCon. On their wedding day, his husband Ken won an auction for a log jammer boat and how many people can say they have a log jammer boat at their house? They even use a photo of themselves in a boat for a Christmas card. And I know as well, because I have one. Ken received the Golden Kenny 10 years ago. I'm sure he's smiling down with pride today. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's Golden Kenny is Joel Fruit Riley.
I didn't get this on, but they were cycling the steel curtain with team members on. And Kennywood did promise that the steel curtain will be open for 2021.
Covering on the building, that counts, right?
Hey everybody, Son of Record to call up your modern coaster today. O'Reilly's been asking me about where's Maxie? Emails, texts, did I bump into somebody? What's going on with Maxie? Because last year, the last we saw her was
Third place, Mr. Dave Altman with 65 points. Yeah, don't go anywhere because you won second place. First place, Michael Burks, 5 late. The greatest coaster in the world, the Magnet.
Hey Michael.
Even though CoasterBash is in a different location than this month, it wouldn't be CoasterBash without our longest running presenter, who has now as kind of laid claim to sort of being the last or close to last official formal presenter. So it wouldn't be CoasterBash without him. Welcome Jeff Crouchshore from Idylwild.
How's everyone doing tonight? Thank you. Thank you. So, what's happening at Idlewild SoakZone? I know that we kept you in suspense, waiting and waiting because we weren't selling tickets for the holidays and we weren't publishing a calendar and we were just keeping you in suspense. Do you know why we were keeping you in suspense? I'll tell you later. But yes, we were in suspense as well. Palace Entertainment just had to make that decision, which parks would be opening and when, and we were one of the parks that was on hold to see how the situation continued to evolve. But finally, in March, we got word that yes, we definitely will be opening. And we will be opening Memorial Day weekend. So a lot of the attractions that had to remain closed last year due to our modified operations will be reopen this year. So we're happy to welcome back Storybook Forest this year. Storybook Forest also will be completely repainted, all the buildings, so happy to see that. That may not be open for the first couple weekends, but hopefully by the second week of June, we have that all completed and all the characters there. Jump and Jungle, again, was closed last season. It will be open. The scooters return, Captain Kidd's Adventure Galley in the SoakZone area, and Roller Coaster will operate once again. Now, I think the number 2 top reason for visiting Idylwild this summer is the renovated restroom. The number 1 top reason is also the renovated restroom. Thus, number 2 and number 1. So, would you like to see the inside? That's the artist rendering. Gonna give you a little tour. Now, you'll see a lot of white walls in this video. There is still some final accents to be done on the walls. So those are still to come. They're probably happening this week, but you'll get a good idea on what it's gonna look like. This is 8:07 p.m. last night. So spacious. So, some fun official event news. I'm saying it's fun official because we haven't officially announced this yet. I'm not sure when we'll get the go-ahead to do so, but internally we're saying we're doing it. Malibu will be returning in October, so that is a good sign that things are moving forward. We're going to add additional dates to the calendar. I can't commit to any of our September weekends that we've done in the past. Those still are in question. We may, ended on Labor Day, have the hunting games on that one weekend, and then return for Malibu. But who knows, if things go really well with attendance and revenue goals and all that, this summer, maybe we'll have some of those September weekends in as well. So, we will be looking for a new ride for the Ferris wheel area. Unfortunately, Ferris wheel was one of the rides that was removed this year, right in the center of the park. But I can say early indication on our end is things look really good for the return of a bigger and better Ferris wheel the year after next. So we're going to do some final surveying and things, but on our end, we would like to see a Ferris wheel with gondolas that the whole family can sit in together instead of the bench seats, and a model that has less operational issues to deal with. Also, the Mine Shaft kitchen renovation, again, my apologies, I got my years mixed up. 2022 for the first one, 2023 for the second. And then ongoing projects that we have going are the carousel horse restorations. We did do some horses this year, and that will continue over the next several years until completion. More restroom renovations, so you might see some more dancing from me next year. Roller coaster track upgrades are something that is continuous, and hopefully we get to a point where we can, as I joke every year, lose the wings on the coaster train, but we'll see. And then, as Nick touched upon, what's happening at Lake Compounds, the park rebranding, throughout the park, color schemes, different looks, just enhancing every nook and cranny of the park. We're slated for that in the next couple years as well, so I'm really looking forward to that because, as many of you can attest to, Idlewild has sort of been the forgotten child when it comes to some of that. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the park spruced up and looking great once again. So the sun is rising on another great year at Idlewild and SoakZone. Because we did remove the Ferris wheel, we had to adjust our logo as well because the Ferris wheel was part of our logo. So right now the Ferris wheel became a sun at the top of the logo. So that is what it's looking like. And this is not official either, but there is the potential in the next few years that you may see a holiday event of some sort take place at Idlewild. Not to directly compete with Kennywood, it would be different, but I think Idlewild in Ligonier would be a beautiful place for a holiday event, maybe similar to what you heard spoke about earlier, drive-through event, or something like that. So there's talk of it, nothing to confirm yet. And as far as the Idlewild team, I mean, we love rides that the whole family can ride together. So that's where we're looking for a Ferris wheel, slightly larger, gondola, 4 people in a seat instead of 2 on a bench. That still has to go through some approvals. I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to take that spot, but that's, the front runner right now. And we will be doing a few surveys this summer regarding that new ride. And, if you get surveyed, give your honest feedback, but I'd like to see a larger Ferris wheel because the Ferris wheel did offer great views of the Laurel Highlands. So if it was even slightly taller, even better. My performance wasn't quite the performance as in past years, so I apologize for that. But next year, we're coming back bigger and stronger. Thank you, everyone.